welcome to this week's live where I'm answering your questions. I got this question on how do I break down this exercise, what is advanced exercise? And I got another question like, well, I have to be able to do this insert advanced exercise. And the truth is that for whatever reason we think we have to get there right away. And some advanced exercise might take you years to get to. The important thing is that you actually need to know where you're going. So congratulations, you have an exercise you are wanting to be able to do. That's amazing. I created a free guide, which if you go to the show notes, you can actually click on. It is my 5 tips on how to break down any advanced exercise you want to do. So grab that guide and use, if tip number 1 doesn't work, use tip number 2. Pretty much 2 or 3 of those tips are actually going to help you not only build yourself up to an exercise, which is very, very important. I tell this to my the people in my mentorship. We're trying to build us up to an exercise, not bring an exercise down. There are 500 plus basic exercises in Pilates. There's plenty of ones we can actually do to strengthen. So I want to talk about one tip you can do to build yourself up to any exercise. Let's say you're wanting to do control balance off. And I'm going to talk about this because you should get on the wait list for my control balance off challenge. Control balance off is, I'll show you the exercise and we'll talk about a couple ways you can build yourself up to it. So you want to make sure that you are in front of your shoulder rest by a forearm's distance. Okay, we want to make sure there's space for us there. And you grab the shoulder rest, you lift up, and then you can do a prep. You might be on this prep for a really long time. And then you reach this leg so much back, and the other one so much up. You land, and then you have to bring yourself back on. So how do we get to where we can somersault off a reformer? Well, there's so many exercises in there that you can practice right now. First of all, if you can grab your OPC flashcards, the mat and reformer ones, you can take out ones where you have asymmetrical legs. And you can literally create a class plan on the mat to get yourself to control balance on the mat, right? So you have your single straight leg stretch. You have your single leg kick. You have your shoulder bridge. All of those are going to be excellent at building you up to a control balance. On the reformer, if you look at the asymmetrical legs, the first one we have that we can play with, you literally start as a newbie. On the reformer is elephant, single leg. So you just take one back and you reach. And so this leg that is reaching into the carriage is the leg that I'm going to land on. So it's really important that I can work this carriage from that leg so that when I do control balance off, I have something to stand on, right? You can do tree here on your short box, but it's an excellent way to get you ready for control balance off. You can do tendon stretch with one leg off. Another great exercise you can do. So the goal is, if you want to do control balance off, not to actually just practice it every day. First, if you're not ready for it, it's just going to scare you, or it's going to feel like you're collapsing in on yourself, right? So you don't want to be doing something you're not ready for. You also don't want to just keep practicing something that's going to frustrate you, because that's not the mindset you want to have when you go into it. So if you don't have the flashcards for the mat reformer, and you can grab the Cadillac ones now, grab them, because you can really start to see in the pictures, if you turn them around in different angles, how they all lead to control balance off. Next thing is grab that free guide. Again, the link is below because it does have 5 different ways to break down any advanced exercise. This is just one. One way is to see the same image of the exercise and just turn it into different planes. So control balance off, I was on my back. Elephant, you're facing the other way, right? Tree, you're in a seated position. So again, all of those are just going to be different variations of angles for you to build up to that exercise. One more thing I want you to keep in mind is that the more you practice strengthening where you are weak with other exercises in the method, or tightening, tighten where you're loose, or loosening where you're tight, it is going to help you. So I did this on Instagram yesterday. There's an exercise on the high chair that I haven't been able to do. I have really long legs, and every time I would do it, it just was like I'd swing around or my legs would fall down. And so I actually practiced doing other things. I practice doing the double straight leg stretch. I practice doing my leg springs. I practice my airplane. I practice all these things. And then every once in a while, I go back and check that exercise out. So if there is an exercise you're trying to build up to, instead of applying it to every single time you hit your practice, just check in on it about once a week or once a month, right? Give yourself that time to use the rest of the method to build you up, and then to use it as a barometer for how far you're going. Again, grab that free guide, and the link is below, so you can break down any advanced exercise. You can use it for any exercise you want. Get on the wait list for the Control Your Balance Off Challenge, especially if it's something that scares you. The goal is that not that you go on and off, right? It's that we actually get you to a place that you feel you can practice at your level for that exercise and see it in your future. It's a week-long program. It's free. So snag your spot on the wait list. We're giving everyone on the wait list a free class. So we'll see you on that challenge. It'll be so much fun, and have an amazing day. If you have questions, put them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.